international students often have unique needs, unique requirements. And so that department just makes sure that the students are receiving all the services they need to be successful. Students want to go out and meet as many different people as they can and create a network of friends and colleagues from around the world. Going to a multicultural city like Windsor, where you will be in a class and maybe you're studying with somebody from Colombia and somebody else that you are in a class with is from Nigeria or South Africa or France or India, especially in the classroom where you're working on assignments and projects together, you're getting different perspectives, and that can only make you a more well-rounded.
So I want to ask, what is the maximum scholarship St. Clair is providing?
The highest value of the scholarship that we have available is our free accommodations at our GEM residence in our Windsor campus this fall. The college will arrange paid internships for them to go into, make some money while they learn from the placement location. And then they don't have to pay for the fourth year when they start the last 2 semesters of their program. The Early Childhood Education program at St. Clair College is very popular, and I would encourage anyone listening to investigate that program as well. And they may not be familiar with what is early childhood education. Our website provides a lot of those details.
4 years degree, student needs to pay only 3 years degree tuition fee.
That's correct. We have the library. We have a healthplex, which is a gymnasium where students can work the front counter or work in there. We also have the St. Clair Center for the Arts, which is a conference center where weddings and other public and community events take place. And we operate that as a college. We have cafes on campus, we've got restaurants. The future students coming to Canada are tense because there's been a lot of change. The program that they're choosing, the college that they're choosing, the country that they're choosing. I would encourage everyone to always be diligent and to do the research.
Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. This is Karishma, your host, and today's very special guest with us, Mr. Nathaniel Veltkamp, who is the Director of International Education in St. Clair College in Canada. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Welcome.
So let's start with the question answer session. This will be a normal question answer session. Okay. So let's start with the very first question. Can you just brief your introduction to St. Clair College and what are your roles?
Sure. Well, my name is Nathaniel Veltkamp, as you had mentioned. I'm the Director of International Education at St. Clair College. The Director of International Education is an exciting position. What I do is I oversee a department that recruits international students to study at St. Clair College. I also oversee as the department some of the services that are available to international students who study at St. Clair College. As we know, international students often have unique needs, unique requirements. And so that department just makes sure that the students are receiving all the services they need to be successful and safe at St. Clair College. So it's an exciting job. I get to travel and meet lovely people like you and meet with students and parents that are thinking about going to St. Clair College. And I just answer any questions they may have about what that experience is like, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. My next question, St. Clair has multiple campuses. Why Windsor campus is unique for the international students?
St. Clair College in Windsor is very unique because Windsor is a very multicultural city. I think international students, one of the things that I've found over the years is students want to go out and meet as many different people as they can and create a network of friends and colleagues from around the world. We live in a global economy now. And now more than ever with the advancements of technology and social media, everyone is so connected in the world. Oh. And going to a multicultural city like Windsor, where you will be in a class and maybe you're studying with somebody from Colombia and somebody else that you are in a class with is from Nigeria or South Africa or France or India, you are sharing times and sharing what what you've experienced, and you're getting a better appreciation of what maybe someone else has experienced. And especially in the classroom where you're working on assignments and projects together, you're getting different perspectives, and that can only make you a more well-rounded citizen of the world. And I think an employee of any corporation or company after you graduate, that you can say that you have an appreciation of learning and working alongside a multicultural facet. And so we represent really the community that we're in. Windsor's very multicultural. And so that helps us make well-rounded graduates at St. Clair College. But then from an international student perspective, going to a city where you can find pockets of maybe your home culture in Windsor, it limits the shock of studying in a foreign country, because maybe there's some food or some spices or some religious centers that make you feel comfortable because it's like home. That's found in Windsor, and so that helps with the transition to a foreign country. When you can move to a city like Windsor that's so multicultural, there's little aspects of home just there.
So very beneficial for the students.
Yeah.
So coming to the next question, nowadays other colleges are offering maximum scholarships. So I want to ask, what is the maximum scholarship is St. Clair is providing? Additionally, I want to add, I hear about that. Is it true that the 4 years degree student needs to pay only 3 years degree tuition fee?
That's correct.
Okay.
We're offering an incentive where if students want to go to one of our 2 degree programs, we have an honors degree in social justice,
okay,
and an honors degree in business administration and information technology. So if a student registers this September and starts studying with us in September, and they pay and advance through their programming for the 3 years, when they achieve the 4th year, they won't have to pay us any tuition. The exciting thing about that as well is those 2 programs have paid internships between year 3 and year 4. So the college will arrange paid internships for them to go into, make some money while they learn from the placement location, and then they don't have to pay for the 4th year when they start the last 2 semesters of their program.
Yeah.
Now you had gone, so I'll answer your first question last about what's the maximum scholarship.
Yes.
So right now the highest value of the scholarship that we have available is our free accommodations at our GEM residence in our Windsor campus this fall. So if a student applies to one of our programs that's offered at the GEM residence and they get their visa, the first 400 students that get their study permit will have free housing in that location.
Great.
In the hostel on our campus.
Great.
Yeah. So that the value of that, sorry, Krishna, for cutting you off, but the value of that is about $2,800 Canadian for 4 months of staying there. So the students don't have to pay that. They can save that money and use it for other expenses.
Good. It's very beneficial for the students, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the basic programs offered by the St. Clair College which are the beneficial for the students for their future and for in demand for upcoming international students?
I'll probably highlight 3 if that's okay, if we've got time. The first one, St. Clair College is a leader in Ontario, Canada in healthcare education. We train a lot of healthcare professionals in our variety of programs in health sciences. The 2 major ones are nursing, practical nursing, and our personal support worker program. Those are very popular. And those ones have a lot of job opportunities after they graduate. Some of that is because there's a shortage of professionals in Canada and North America in those fields, but also to the reputation that St. Clair has cultivated, has created over a number of years, being a leader in those fields. The students in our health sciences school, academic school, are very well, they're sought after from hospitals or other employers in those fields looking to hire new staff. The second one I'll talk about is early child education program. There is a need right now in Canada for men and women to go in and to work in daycares in Canada. There's a shortage of those workers, and our ECE, Early Child Education Program at St. Clair College, is very popular. And I would encourage anyone listening to investigate that program as well. And they may not be familiar with what is early child education. Our website provides a lot of those details, but I can assure you for the point of your question, there's a need, an employment in that. Employers that operate preschools or daycare centers need a lot of staff to fill that role, because there's a lot of students, little students that are going to those centers, and so that there's good opportunity to make a good living wage doing that in Canada, and that is labor aligned through IRCC. They've identified that as a need in Canada, so there's a lot of opportunity for pathway further past the postgraduate work permit. And educational support, which is similar to ECE. This is somebody who's going to be trained how to support the learning environment in an elementary school setting, and that is also PGWP eligible. And I know our local school board right now in Windsor, Essex, is hiring people with that ability, that expertise in educational support, and we offer that program at St. Clair. So that would be the third program I'd really encourage your listeners to check out on our website, stclaircollege.ca.
Sure. So basically you said about the PGWP. Let's talk about the recent changes which have announced by the Canadian government. So what will be the impact of the students?
Yeah, the current students who are studying, most of the changes don't affect them. The government has been clear for most of them that most of the changes that students who are already in Canada studying.
Most of the students are tensed about these changes.
Yeah, the future students coming to Canada are tense because there's been a lot of change.
Yeah.
There's not just one policy change. There's been
regarding
multiple.
The study permit, PGWP, etc. Too many. Yes.
Yeah. So what it's causing are students to take a pause and to think about, is Canada right maybe for me, or should I go to a different country?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think pausing is and doing proper research is a good thing. I think a more well-informed student on the program that they're choosing, the college that they're choosing, the country that they're choosing, I would encourage everyone to always be diligent and to do the research. Be critical when they do research. Make sure that they understand that perhaps a social media post about something negative about some of these changes. Okay, well, who posted that? Where did they post that from? Why
they
would
just
they want
need
to
to
post
investigate.
That? Investigate.
Yeah.
Be critical. I always ask why. We teach that at St. Clair College in our classes. Is just be critical when you are consuming social media or even news articles. So we're seeing students a little bit more careful with their decisions, and so that's caused some downward or kind of slowing down of interest in Canada, and that's okay. We will always stand behind the level of education we're providing at St. Clair College and in Canada. And what that does is that gives us an opportunity to come out here kind of like today and just brag about ourselves a little bit more. That's not a Canadian way to do, is brag about yourself, but we'll brag, but we'll also just point out where maybe things are not as they seem in news articles and in social media. We have many students studying with us internationally at St. Clair, and they're very happy with their choice. They've got job offers after they're graduating, and they're being successful in the classroom and in the community. So we know that that's not the case, some of those negative news stories. And so just allows us the opportunity to speak about it and hopefully maybe reduce some of the anxiety or the pause that the students who were thinking about coming to Canada are currently experiencing.
You have talked about the accommodation.
Yeah.
So please clarify in the briefly what the services St. Clair is providing in regards of the accommodation.
Okay, you said briefly, but we offer a lot of services, so I can't promise it'll be brief, but
Like students have
Yeah.
the homesickness.
yeah.
What is the facilities they get that they feel like a home?
Yeah, well, we have 4 hostels that are
Okay.
managed by the college that an international student can stay at and be around other students that are perhaps feeling the same homesickness. And so,
Yes.
if you're with other people in your class and at the same college, there's a sense of community, and so that can hopefully address some of that homesickness. So they're not just sitting in a room all by themselves. They're being social. They're interacting with other students like them, and they're feeling like they're part of the family, which is how we view St. Clair College, is that we're one giant big family,
Yes.
and we want more students to be part of our family. So that's one thing that we can do. We also offer for students who maybe not even be bound for the hostel on our campus. We also have a soft landing process. Well, so the international office will reach out to students who are scheduled to come to Canada, and we'll let them know that for just a temporary period, we can look after their accommodations so that they get settled, they have a nice rest, let the jet lag kind of get by you, and then you're in a better position, in a better mindset to go out and find your off-campus accommodations and go to classes. And so those are 2 of the services, of the many services we provide, but you said briefly, so I'll just touch on those 2. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much,
You're
sir,
welcome.
for this. Okay, is there any on-campus job availability opportunities for the international students?
There is, and a lot of our international students are currently working on campus and are fulfilling those needs. But as with every school, every year we have a graduating class, and so those students who are working in those jobs on campus right now are graduating in June, and they're not returning. And so those job opportunities, we have cafes on campus, we've got restaurants, we have the library, we have a healthplex, which is a gymnasium where students can work the front counter or work in there. We also have the St. Clair Center for the Arts, which is a conference center where weddings and other public and community events take place. And we operate that as a college. And we always are looking for international students or all students to take those jobs as waitresses or other service jobs at the Center for the Arts. And we're going to need a lot of students for that because it's a big place. And like I said, those students are graduating, and so there's going to be a lot of demand for hiring international students part-time on
Great.
campus. Yeah.
Great.
And I should mention as well, tutoring services. We hire international students to be tutors to help, maybe once they've been there for a semester, they can help the next group of students who are coming in. And that, I should note, is the highest paying job on campus for students, is tutoring. So if your
They
listeners
earn
are,
a lot.
it's worth a lot. So I would encourage them to investigate that once they arrive to St. Clair College, how to be a tutor.
Okay, so we have covered a lots of things.
I've talked a lot, yeah.
So what is the one message or last message to our upcoming international students you have to advise them?
Is that St. Clair College in Canada hasn't changed. Things are not getting worse for international students to study in Canada. Canada is a welcoming country. Canada is proud of our immigration background. Canada was founded as an immigration nation, and so we're proud of that. That is our strength, is our diversity and our people. And there are some policies that needed to be put into place by Immigration Canada. We're navigating those. With change, there's always headaches, but we're seeing the positive out of it now. And the headaches are going away. The challenges are being addressed. And Canada remains open to international students. It's a great opportunity. As a country, we have an aging population, and we are not replacing those retiring workers with our own babies and our own children. So we need investment. We need immigrants to come, international students to come through the international student program get trained at one of our wonderful either St. Clair College or many other colleges or universities in Canada, so that they can join the Canadian workforce and create a great economic country that's successful and sustainable thanks to them for the years and generations to come.
Yeah, we can say I'm proudly representing the St. Clair College.
Yes.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, sir.
Thank you.
So basically, I want to ask about the partnership with the Jain Overseas. How you can promote our company?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I need to promote it too much because Jain Overseas is very popular. It's a very successful company. It's been a company with St. Clair College for over 15 years. It's a close relationship. We're always so thankful for Jain Overseas, their staff, their leadership, for their support of St. Clair College specifically. It's it's a very close relationship. They're part of the St. Clair College family too. Not just the students, but our partners like Jain Overseas. We consider them family members of the greater St. Clair College family. So whenever we can promote Jain Overseas, I would suggest anyone listening to this to visit Jain Overseas to learn more about St. Clair College and other colleges and other destinations as well. They're a reputable company that puts the student focus first, just like St. Clair College. And so we're a proud partner of them.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a great pleasure to have you on this show. To our listeners, thank you so much for watching us. If you want to learn more about the St. Clair College to study there, you can check out their website. Thank you so much.